Hey guys, I'm Nate and welcome to episode 8 of Inform. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about chimeras, cancer, and new wireless internet. Let's get started. Scientists are attempting to grow human organs inside of pigs, with aims of using these organs for transplants. The research at the moment is very experimental, but basically what happens is that in the embryo of a pig, they remove the gene that is responsible for the coding of a particular organ. Once that gene has been removed, they replace it with the same gene but from a human, in hopes that it will develop in the embryo. At the moment, once the gene editing has been done to the embryo, it is reimplanted into the uterus of a pig. There, it is left to grow for 28 days. After that, the development of the embryo is assessed and then it is discarded. The National Institute of Health in the US has currently ceased funding of the project as they are quite concerned of the ethical and safety ramifications of the practice. Though this is the case, the Defense Department as well as the Californian Institute of Regenerative Medicine are still funding the practice in hopes of seeing what it will lead to. In our next story, German engineers have successfully been able to bump up the wireless internet speeds to 6 gigabits per second in real-world settings. I kind of have a feeling that I may have grabbed your attention with the beginning of that story. However, please remain skeptical. This report has not yet been peer-reviewed, nor has it been published. The way they have improved this technology is by adjusting two of the key components of wireless internet. That is, the sender and the receiver. The sender, or the transmitter, has been amped up to be able to increase its range as well as the strength of the signal that leaves it, because gradually over time, the signal will weaken. This then leads to an upgrade in the second component, the receiver. They have been able to make it more sensitive so it is able to pick up these weaker signals. So the combination of the stronger transmitter and the more sensitive receiver allowed this 6 gigabit per second signal to be received 37 kilometers away. Even though it hasn't been reviewed just yet, the scientists are quite enthusiastic about getting internet into rural or remote areas. In our next story, Australian scientists have found a way to fight back against cancer. The way they do this is by turning off one of the body's own protective measures within the immune system. When this preventative measure is switched off, natural killer cells, which are a part of your immune system, go after cancerous and tumor-like cells within the body. When natural killer cells get near a cancerous or tumor-like cell, they release a chemical called perforin. This breaks holes in the membrane of the cell, resulting in it rupturing. When this preventative measure is turned on, it ensures that the natural killer cells don't attack any of the healthy cells within the human body. It is this process that leads to autoimmune disease. The test was performed on rats and mice, and when this preventative measure was turned off, the natural killer cells' activity increased, which resulted in drastic inhibition of the cancerous cells' growth. The scientists are interested to see if that boosting your own immune system could lead in an increased chance of surviving many other diseases. And in our final story, it's a bit of a weird one. Scientists have been able to cure rats and mice of type 2 diabetes by a single injection into the brain of fibroblast growth factor number 1. The researchers hypothesized that the injection of fibroblast growth factor number 1 would either increase the metabolic rate of the rats and the mice, which would lead to a weight loss and a decrease in their blood glucose level, or they thought that it might decrease the appetite of the rats and the mice, which would also lead to a decrease in their blood glucose level. However, this wasn't the case. Scientists still don't know exactly how this works, but they are hoping that people will conclude that the brain should be the target for diabetes and not the stomach and the blood, potentially leading to a treatment. Alright guys, that's it for episode 8 of Inform. I hope you've enjoyed what we've been talking about today. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the articles that I have talking about, please post your questions in the comments below. And as usual guys, thanks for watching.